Hello students, let us discuss our new topic, that is ionic equilibrium. So before going to this, let us see what is equilibrium. So equilibrium is nothing but what here? The concentration of reactants and products will not change at certain conditions with time. Okay, that one we call it as equilibrium. So here the concentration of reactants and products are not going to change. So then what happens? The concentration of reactants is equals to, for example, this is a reactant, this is a product. So here it is a reactant and this is a product. So what I'm saying here, the concentration of reactants equals to concentration of products at time. That one we call it as what here? Equilibrium. Okay. So coming to here, if you take any type of conditions like temperature, pressure, color, okay, so if you take any type of these conditions, so at certain time it is not going to change. Okay, so it is an equal condition. That one we call it as what here? Equilibrium. So then what is ionic equilibrium? So generally in chemical equilibrium, what we have seen, the chemical equilibrium will deal only with the molecules. So what happens, we can see here in chemical equilibrium, if you have been taken, it deals only with the molecules, we can say. But coming to an ionic equilibrium, so in ionic equilibrium what happens? In ionic equilibrium it undergo reversible reactions. Okay, so it undergo reversible reactions and it will form the ions. That one we call it as what here? Ionic equilibrium. So what is ionic equilibrium? It forms reversible reactions to form the ions as a molecule. We call it as what here? We call it as ionic equilibrium. So generally we are saying that in the presence of water in aqueous solution, we can say. Okay, so in aqueous solution it is forming as a equilibrium. So coming to here, if you take one acid or base or salt, when it is treating with water, automatically it forms a ions. Okay, so here I am taking a polar compound, polar covalent compound. So this is the polar covalent compound, which is a solute, less amount I am taking. Okay, so this polar covalent compound is treated with water. Okay, so what happens, this polar covalent compound is treated with water, so it is going to form as a what here? Ions, that is hydronium ion, H3O plus and Cl minus. So these are forming as a ions. So this is nothing but what we can say here? Ionic equilibrium. Okay, so this is nothing but ionic equilibrium. So what is ionic equilibrium? It forms reversible reactions like ions of a molecule. So it is forming as a molecule. No, hydronium ion is also a molecule. So when it is combining with H plus, it is forming as a hydronium ion and releasing Cl minus. So means what here? A polar covalent compound is reacting with water, aqueous solution. Then it is forming as a ions, that one, which is in reversible condition. That one we call it as what here? Ionic equilibrium. So generally we are having here electronic conductors. So electrical conductors. So what is conductors? As we know, the conductor is nothing but which will allow electric current to pass through the ions. That one we call it as conductors. Means what? To pass electric current, we call it as what here? Conductors. So this electrical conductors is again divided into two types, that is electronic conductors and electrolytic conductors. So what is electronic conductors? So here electronic conductors. Electronic conductors is nothing but the conductors which pass electric current in the absence of chemical change. That one we call it as electronic conductors. What we can say here? The conductors which pass electric current, the conductors which pass electric current in the absence of chemical change. That one we call it as what here? Electronic conductors. So what we can take example, general example, you can take metals, iron rod. Okay, so when you take iron rod, what happens? It can easily pass electric current. There is nothing but here, there is not going any chemical change. That is nothing but electronic conductors. If you take, and it is divided into electrolytic conductors. So electrolytic conductors is nothing but what here? The conductors which pass electric current in the presence of chemical change. That one we call it as what? Electric conductors, or we can say electrolytic conductors. Okay, so means what we can say here, this producing chemical change. Chemical change, for example, I have taken water. When you apply current, so automatically it is giving current shock, means it is passing the current. So whenever it is passing current, what happens here? There will be some chemical change is going to happen in that reaction. Okay, so the water molecules is reacting with the electricity. That one we call it as electrolytic conductors. So these electrolytic conductors which is giving some ions. So in this only it will undergo the ionic equilibrium, not this one. In physical change it is not going to the here ionic equilibrium. In chemical change only it is going to produce the ionic equilibrium. Why? Because in chemical change there will be a production of ions like positive and negative anions. Okay, cations and anions it is going to produce. So because of that reason only. So here these electrolytic conductors we are having again two types, which is also known as this one electrolytes. So this electrolytes is also known as what we can say here? Electrolytic conductors. Okay, so these electrolytes again consists of two types, that is strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes. Strong electrolytes is nothing but what here? 100% it is completely ionized. That one we call it as strong electrolytes. So completely ionized molecules we call it as what here? Strong electrolytes. Strong electrolytes means nothing but we can take acid, base and salts. So this all will come under the strong electrolytes. For example, here degree of dissociation. So in the previous class we have discussed abnormal behavior of 1/2 factor. Yes or no? So in the degree of dissociation we have seen. So here the degree of degree of factor will be what here, which is indicated by alpha, it will be 1. Why? Because if suppose 100% of factor it is there, that is 100 by 100 completely if it is ionizing, then it will be getting cancelled and we are going to get 1. Why? Because it is strongly electrolyzed. Okay, so completely ionized molecules, the alpha value will be 1. So by these examples what we can say, take here HCl is a strong acid, H2SO4 is a strong acid, NaCl is a strong base, NaOH is a strong base, Copper sulfate is a strong salt, AgNO3. So these all will come under the strong electrolytes. Means what here? These all molecules are completely ionized molecules. So because of that reason only, so it is giving alpha value 1. So it is acting as a strong electrolytes. Whether it is acid, base or salt, it is completely ionized. So coming to next one. So weak electrolytes means what here? Partially ionized molecules. So the partially ionized molecules, we call it as what here? Weak electrolytes. So what we can say here? Partially ionized molecules, we call it as what here? Weak electrolyte. So means what here? We can take it here, alpha value will be very less than 1. Here degree of factor will be what here? Always less than 1. Example, we can take here CH3, COOH, HCOOH, NH4OH, HCN. So these are the compounds we are having. So to get the weak electrolytes. So we have seen in the previous class in Van 't Hoff factor. So the degree of association we have seen. We got the value some 0.0001. So means what? The alpha value will be very less. Because of that reason only, means what here? The molecules whatever we are taking, it is partially ionized. It is not giving completely ionized molecules. So that are the compounds we are having here is CH3COOH, acetic acid, formic acid, ammonium hydroxide, HCN. Means weak acids and weak bases and salts we are going to have. So these are the introduction of the ionic equilibrium. So before going to our topic, so we should know what is acid and base. Okay. So what is an acid here? According to Arrhenius, there were 3 scientists. We have according to Arrhenius acid-base theory. Okay. So Arrhenius acid-base theory is nothing but what here? Which will donate H plus ions. We call it as acid. As we know that according to Arrhenius, donation of H plus, we call it as acid. Acceptance of OH minus, we call it as base in presence of water. That one we call it as what here? Arrhenius we are saying, right? So this is nothing but Arrhenius, but he has failed. What we know, donation of H plus, acceptance of OH minus only, we know acid and base. But he has failed. Afterwards, what happens? Bronsted-Lowry acid-base theory. Bronsted-Lowry, a scientist who has said about the acid-base theory. So what we have told here, donation of means loss of H plus ions, that one we call it as acid, and gain of H plus ions, that one we call it as base. So what he has told, loss of H plus ions in presence of water. This one we call it as what here? Acid. And coming to here, gain of H plus ions in presence of water, we call it as base. So let us take example acid. HCl I am taking, which is reacting with water. So it is giving H3O plus Cl minus. So see here what happening, this is an acid. So here it is losing water. Okay, so whenever it is losing water, H plus is losing water. So then it is called it as acid. So if you have been seen H2O, So H2O, what happening? It is taking H plus ions. So see here, it is losing water. That one is acid. It is gaining water. It is called H plus ions. We call it as base. Okay. Not only this, if you take NH3 plus H2O. So what happens? It is forming as a NH4 plus OH minus. So means what happening here? It is losing H plus ions. So this one we call it as what? Loss of H plus ions, acid. So it is gaining H plus ions. That one what we can say here? Base. Okay. So this is nothing Bronsted-Lowry acid base theory. So here we are having conjugate acid base also in Lowry acid base theory. What is conjugate acid base theory? So conjugate acid base theory is nothing but here within the reaction both acid and base will happen. Means the combination of acid and base within the reaction, we call it as conjugate acid base. If you have been taking same reaction here, HCl plus H2O gives rise to H3O plus Cl minus. Okay. So what happened in this reaction? There will be acid reaction. So in this reaction, what happens? Base reaction. Clearly observe here, it is losing H plus ion. So it is nothing but acid. So this H2O molecule is gaining H plus ion. So that is nothing but what here? Base of the reaction, right? So that one we call it as what? Conjugate acid base theory. So this is Bronsted-Lowry acid base theory explains. And coming to Lewis acid base. So what is Lewis acid base? We can say here acceptance of electron pair, we call it as acid. Example, we can take it as here acceptance of electron pair is nothing but what here? The elements which is having very less electrons. By this what we can say, which is a electron deficient compound. So electron deficient compound means we can take B2H6 or BH3. Boron is an electron deficient compound. Why? Because it is having very less number of electrons. So it requires some electron pair. And also we can take ammonia molecule. So these all are what here? These all are the electron deficient compounds. Means these will require electron pair. So those type of things we call it as acceptance of electron pair. We call it as what? Acid. And coming to next one, donation of electron pair. So donation of electron pair, we call it as what here? Base. Okay. So by this what? It can donate electrons easily. So here also ammonia molecules can easily donate. For example, we are having here NH3 is having a lone pair of electrons and the H plus which is having vacant orbital. Hydrogen is having only one electron. So if you keep positive charge, automatically what happens? It loses one electron. So whenever it is losing electron, this is giving electron pair to this. So means what? It is donating electron to this. So then automatically what happens? It is forming as a NH4 plus. So by this what we can say here? The electron pair is donating. So this is nothing but donation of electron pair. It is a base. So these are the acid base theories. So by this what we can say? According to these three theories, we can say donation of H plus is a acid, or acceptance of OH minus is also a base, or H plus ion donation we call it as acid, and gain of H plus ion we call it as base. So like this we call it as what here? Acid base. So this is the general concept of the acid and the base. Why? Because we are going to discuss about strong acid, strong base, weak acid, weak base. So we have seen the strong electrolytes and weak electrons. So this is nothing but ionic equilibrium general introduction. So in this chapter we are going to discuss mainly about ionic product of water, common ion effect, solubility product, with problems. So these are the three topics we are going to discuss. In the next class, we can see about the ionic product of water. Thank you.